everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, August 14th through Sunday, August 20th, 2017. For this week's weekly reading, we're going to be using, for the main message, Doreen Virtue's Fairy Tarot deck. And your special message, depending on your stone of choice for this week, is going to be coming from the Magical Messages from Your Fairies, also by Doreen Virtue. This is a brand new deck of mine, and this will be the first time that I'm using it in a weekly reading, so I'm very excited about that. So let's look at your stones of choice for that special message card. Your first stone of choice is amethyst. And amethyst is a purple stone vibrating to the crown chakra, opening you up to higher wisdom, higher spiritual knowledge. It's good for dream work as well, and for bringing a sense of calm and balance and peace. Your second stone of choice is rhodochrosite. And rhodochrosite is a pink stone, and it vibrates to the heart chakra, which is all about unconditional love, compassion, peace. This is about unconditional love of self, but mostly about unconditional self for others. It's a stone of romantic love and finding your soulmate and connecting with your soulmate. Your last stone of choice is a blue agate. This is a banded blue agate. And the blue agate is going to relate to the throat chakra, and our angels and guides are also saying the ear chakras. And so this is about speaking our truth with compassion. It's about hearing messages, so it's going to assist with clairaudience, connecting with your guides and angels to hear those messages of guidance, and then again to speak those messages with clarity and with truth. So again, your stones of choice are the banded agate, the rhodochrosite, and the blue agate stone. All right, so let's talk about the astrology for the week. Now, last week was a big week. Last week we had the full moon lunar eclipse on Monday, with the energies being activated and lasting through for about 6 months. We had Lionsgate. This week, it's a little bit lighter with the energies, the transits that are happening. Not as much going on, but remember, now we're in a waning moon cycle. We're in a time of releasing and letting go. This is the week in between the two eclipses. So again, last week with that full moon lunar eclipse, next week, as we do next week's reading, we're going to start out the week with a new moon solar eclipse. And that's going to be quite powerful. So here we are again in this week in between. Now I will say, if you're watching this a day or so early, on Sunday the 13th, Mars, the planet of energy and action, crossed over that lunar eclipse degree at 15 degrees of Leo. So yesterday, according to this reading, yesterday, Sunday the 13th, Mars could have activated something moving forward, new opportunity, new direction, something surprising could have been activated with Mars crossing that eclipse degree. So now this week, it seems like the couple of things that we really have going on both involve the planet Venus. And Venus is the planet of love and relationships, and she rules the divine feminine. She rules our values, our sense of self-worth. She also rules financial resources, our personal resources, which includes money. On Tuesday the 15th, Venus opposes Pluto. Pluto is a planet of transformation. It's a planet of death and rebirth. It's a planet of deep spiritual transmutation of old energies. And with Venus opposing that, there's something that's going to be playing out perhaps in relationship. Now this could be in family relationship, because Venus is in Cancer, the sign that rules home and family. Could also be the romantic relationship or business partnership or relationship as well. But there's some sort of transformation or transmutation or transition or regeneration that's happening here in regards to relationships, love, money, finances, our sense of values, or again, our sense of self-worth. On Thursday, the 17th, Venus moves on to challenge in a square aspect to Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is the planet of belief systems. It's a planet of expansion and growth. It's a planet that rules the big picture in our lives. And Jupiter is in the sign of Libra. It's been in Libra since last fall, 2016, and it will be in Libra until this fall before moving out of Libra and into Scorpio. So Jupiter is in the sign that does rule relationships. Of course, Libra also rules balance, harmony, equality, justice. So with Venus squaring Jupiter, there's an expansion of our perceptions regarding relationships or regarding money and finances that's taking place. We're maybe having to look at things from a bigger or more broad perspective or adjust our belief systems in some way. We're going through some sort of growth process here when it comes to relationship, femininity, again, our sense of the divine feminine within us, or our values, or money and finances, with these aspects to Pluto and Jupiter this week. Now, those are the only two big things happening astrologically, but I felt like I was guided to just very briefly mention where the moon is at throughout this week. And I don't always do that, but on Monday the moon is in Taurus. Now, the moon is our emotions and our feelings. So with the moon in Taurus, it has a more grounded, practical kind of feeling to it. It's still a very expressive or sensitive placement, although still a little bit more reserved and grounded with that moon in Taurus on Monday. On Tuesday and Wednesday, the moon is in Gemini. Now, Gemini is a logical sign. It deals with the mental realm. The moon is a planet that deals with our feelings and emotions, and so it rules the emotional realm. So it's a little bit more tricky and difficult when you have moon in Gemini. We want to be more logical with our feelings and emotions. We want to talk about them, discuss them, have a conversation with other people. On the 17th and 18th, which would be Thursday and Friday, the moon is in Cancer. It's home sign. So the moon in Cancer is very at home here, and it does rule home and family. Again, it rules emotional connections, emotional relationships, our feelings, our intuitions. And so we're going to be a little extra sensitive on those couple of days. And then on the 19th and 20th, Saturday and Sunday, the moon moves into expressive Leo. Leo's a fire sign. It's about creativity. It's about drama and attention. Now, that could go either way. It can be fun and it can be adventurous, and we can really be playful at that time. But again, sometimes moon in Leo can be a little bit overly dramatic as well. So that's a little bit about the moon placements. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the cards for the main message and see what our angels and guides have to tell us for this week. The week, again, that's in between the lunar eclipse we had last week and the solar eclipse that we're going to have next week. So the first card for the week is the Queen of Autumn, which in the traditional tarot is the Queen of Earth or the Queen of Pentacles. And the keywords at the top says generous, stylish, gracious, practical. And at the bottom it says be grateful with respect to how you proceed, or excuse me, be practical. Be practical with respect to how you proceed. And then it says the ability to make anything more beautiful, meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. Now, the Queen is a court card, obviously, and it can either talk about connections with other people in our lives, or it can talk about qualities within ourselves. The Queen is very emotional. The Queen naturally rules the water element. So here you have a Queen ruling the water element, the emotional realm, the feeling realm, and you're putting her in, again, the autumn sign or the earth sign, the Pentacles suit. So she's going to be much more practical, much more grounded, maybe a little less emotional, more calm, cool, and collected. And so those are qualities that you could emulate yourself during this week, or at least at the beginning of the week. Now, I just recall that in the Angel Tarot deck, the Queen of Earth talks about dealing with challenges in a very practical and grounded manner. So again, if there's any kind of challenging energies that have come about already because of that lunar eclipse and from Mars crossing that eclipse degree on Sunday, then again, you're going to want to be very grounded and practical with pursuing the answers or to resolving things. Queen of Earth would be very good at resolving things. Now, she is an authority as well. She has an authority like the king, but again, she's a little bit more of a nurturing authority here. And like it says, I feel, meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. And I focus in on that because of Venus, the Venus aspects we have this week that can involve relationships somehow with other people. So that's a telling phrase to me that that could be represented by the Queen of Pentacles here, or the Queen of Autumn, that we could be meeting someone in this week or coming into connection with or having a meeting with, maybe it's somebody we already know, that's going to be of assistance to us in some way, shape, or form, maybe in the business realm, because this, again, is the Earth suit, and the Earth suit deals with money, career, finances, projects that we're working on. It's a very practical, goal-oriented, third-dimensional Earth level kind of energy here. But let's go ahead and turn over the second card, and maybe it'll give us a little bit more information as we move forward throughout the week. Okay, so we have the Ace of Summer. Now this is the Ace of Cups in the traditional tarot. And actually this says at the bottom, open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. So that's, to me, I'm getting more of a sense that there could be, again, a relationship dynamic going on. Again, because we have Venus opposing Pluto on Tuesday, Venus squaring Jupiter in Libra, the partnership sign, on Thursday, and Venus does rule all types of relationships. So again, maybe we are meeting somebody new that's going to be helpful and able to assist us, whether it be in business, maybe it's a new business partnership, maybe it is a new romantic relationship. It could also be a meeting again with someone younger, a child, or someone from the family, because of that kind of water feeling of someone that we're very emotionally connected to. But again, relationships seem to be playing some sort of a role here. Now again, we're in between the eclipses, and the eclipses are bringing huge changes and redirections in our lives. So there's some situations or circumstances that are changing rapidly, and we're being redirected. And with some of that, it looks like relationships in some way are being affected. Now, the Ace of Summer is a very positive card. This is about the birth of a new way of feeling, the birth of a new emotion, a new beginning, feeling wonderful, feeling good. Again, it can indicate falling in love. It also, like it says at the bottom, indicates a new spiritual connection to, the other realms of existence, a connection more to our psychic and intuitive abilities or healing abilities in some way as well. Let's go ahead and turn over the last card. And the last card, wow, okay, the Sun, Major Arcana number 19, the Sun card. And it says at the bottom of this one, plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. Now, the Sun card is about our personality, our identity, our positive ego state. It's about recognition, self-expression, shining our light, reaching our goals. So this is a very, very positive card to end the week with. So again, it has sort of a feel that whatever this relationship dynamic is that's happening during the week may have something to do with bringing out our sense of creative light, our sense of creative self-expression, allowing us to shine our light, to feel joyous, to feel happy, to really move forward. And I feel like feeling more confident as well. I look at these sunflowers here, and sunflowers vibrating to that solar plexus yellow chakra, energy of our sense of willpower, our sense of personal power. Again, being more confident and courageous as we move forward, just like this fairy is on the unicorn, and it looks like he's actually blowing a trumpet or a horn as if to say, here I am, world, here I am, world, here I come, and everything's bright and shiny and wonderful and blooming and growing, and it looks like a wonderful end, or at least the start of a wonderful energy in this week that's going to propel us forward as we move throughout the months ahead. All right, so let's go ahead and see what your special message card is. Again, the magical messages from the fairies is what we're using. So based on your stone of choice, we're going to give these a shuffle, and the amethyst is our first stone. So let's ask the fairies for amethyst, message for the amethyst. Wow, I love this card. This was the very first card that I ever chose from this deck when I got this deck a few weeks ago. And it says, debt paid off. The message at the bottom says, the old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you and your life. Now this could mean a couple different things. This could be taken literally as far as some sort of financial debt is going to be erased or lifted or taken care of for you. So have no worries or no concerns. Somehow that's going to work out. So keep positive thoughts and ask for guidance as to how that will unfold and come about. It can also, though, mean something on a deeper spiritual level, that whatever karmic patterns or karmic belief systems that have been in place that maybe have been holding you back in some aspect of your life or in some situation or circumstances in your life, that karmic debt has been paid off. Whether it be from previous astrological energies, or especially I feel the eclipse energies are really redirecting you from this debt being lifted. In other words, there's something that has shifted. That shift has taken place to where you no longer need to carry the weight or debt, this burden, so to speak, of the karmic debt. So again, the karmic debt doesn't necessarily mean financial debt, but it could have been a repeating pattern in your life, or a repeating situation in relationships, or a repeating situation with authority figures, or in your career path, or with home and family or money. You know, it could take several different directions, but what this message is saying is that debt is paid off. So it's time to release it and let it go. You know, ask the angels to take it away, because it is taken away. Now it's just a matter of you believing it and not recreating it. That's a wonderful, wonderful card. All right, and so for those of you that chose the rhodochrosite, let's go ahead and shuffle these rhodochrosite people, asking to be shown which card is for rhodochrosite. Okay, this one here. This one says connect with nature. And the message at the bottom of this one says, you're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. Now, for those of you that are in the northern hemisphere, of course, it's summertime and we're getting towards the closing of summertime. So we want to spend as much time outside, enjoying nature, enjoying the sunshine, you know, enjoying that connection as we possibly can. Of course, for those of you in the southern hemisphere, it's wintertime, but it doesn't mean that you have tons of snow on the ground necessarily, or that you can't get outdoors and still enjoy nature. So I feel like that's going to have a very grounding effect for you, a very healing effect for you, a very magical effect for you. That will help to keep yourself balanced in between these eclipses and some of the more chaotic energies that can be associated with the eclipses and the circumstances or situations that might be unfolding as a result of that. You know, in this card, actually, we see a butterfly up here above the fairy, and butterflies are always about new beginnings. So there's something about, again, connecting with the nature realm or the animal realm, getting outside, getting outdoors in Mother Nature. It's going to give you this sense of a feeling of a new beginning. It can actually precipitate, a new beginning, bringing in that positive energy that will allow for that. I feel like also there's something about creativity. Something about doing creative projects or connecting with your brand of creativity. Many of you might not think you're creative, but this can be something even like, cooking or sewing, or, it doesn't have to be drawing, painting, or dancing or singing. But in order to, again, move forward with some of the energies and allow this soon-to-be new beginning with the solar eclipse that's coming next week, tuning into some sort of creative energy and doing things that are creative is going to help to open up your energy field for new expansive, positive energies to come in. All right. And for those of you that chose the blue agate, so let's give these a shuffle. And we're asking the fairies to show us what card is the blue agate message. And I keep getting drawn, well, this one's sticking out, so we're going to go with that one. All right, and this one actually says assertiveness. And it says at the bottom, stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. So this is about your sense of personal power. And as you can see, we got a lot of yellow in this card. The border of the card is yellow, which relates to that solar plexus chakra. And it relates to all of these sunflowers here in the sun card, which is the last card, that yellow energy of the solar plexus, our center of personal power, our sense of willpower. This is about being assertive without being aggressive, standing in your truth, being your own authority. And I feel like one of the messages your guides and angels are saying is, if you want to manifest something, go for it. Take the actions to make it happen. It's like there might be a certain outcome you want in a particular situation, or a certain goal that you're working towards, or a certain idea that you'd like to manifest. And they're saying, assert yourself and make it happen. You have the power within you to make that happen. You're co-creator with Divine Source God. So it's up to you, and being a little bit more assertive, taking the bull by the horn, so to speak, taking some actions to move forward and make that happen. And as I'm saying that, they're saying, yes, it's Mercury retrograde, and it's a time to redo, and you know, sometimes things don't unfold the way we want or in the timing that we want. But it is a time to research and redo and continue your efforts on something. So really, it is a good time to go ahead and assert yourself anyway. It might take until we move out of Mercury retrograde to start seeing the results of whatever your efforts are being put towards. But still in all, if you look at the fairy in this card, I mean, she's shining brightly. She's got beautiful colors of the rainbow all around you. So I feel like there's magical blessings that are going to be coming into your realm of reality by putting your energy forward, by being confident and asserting yourself just a little bit more. So I hope you've liked this weekly angel card reading. I want to remind you to also listen to the monthly angel card reading for the month of August, especially because it's such a powerful month. And thank you to all of you that subscribe and share and comment, and that watch also my Facebook posts and comment on those as well. Thank you for all of you that visit my website at sacredsoulempowerment.com, and to those of you that sign up for readings. And if you'd like a reading, some guidance, some assistance on your path, you have some decisions maybe that you have to make, or some questions that you would like to have answered, I'd love to be able to help you in your personal journey. So please check out my services. And if you feel so guided, I would love to be able to connect with you and talk with you. So until we meet again next week, I send you all many, many blessings of love and light.